Do you ever feel like you're just figuring it out as you go? Like any minute someone's gonna come up and say, "Imposter, you don't know what you're talking about." This is one of the most common situations, issues that I see, not just in business or with home care agencies, but really just in life, in having this imposter syndrome. And so how do we combat that? How do we fight this? My name is Bonitatibus, and on today's episode of Let's Grow Together, we're gonna dive into imposter syndrome and how you can overcome it. One of my favorite stories or examples when it comes to imposter syndrome comes from a very popular movie that was based on a real event and real events. And it stars the one and only Leonardo DiCaprio alongside Mr. Tom Hanks. And the movie is called Catch Me If You Can. And it's based on the story and life of a guy named Frank Abagnale. And Frank Abagnale had a whole, and again, if you've seen the movie, again, there's spoilers coming, but basically, hopefully, it's been around long enough. It was a very young Leo. And so in the movie, one of the scenes that happens is he's actually teaching a class. And what happened was, he took over the class when he was supposed to be a student. And then all of a sudden now he's teaching the class. And so when they asked him, "How are you able to do this? Like, how are you able to teach a class when you were supposed to be the student?" And he simply said, "I just stayed one chapter ahead." So often, we're so worried and thinking about the people that know more than us instead of thinking about the people that we can help that don't know what we know. We're so worried about the judgment of what people will say and what others will say that we refuse to ever get started. But the truth is, there are people out there that need your help. They need you. They need what you have to say. They need the information and the resources that you have. Do not underestimate your knowledge, your insights. And there's ways to approach this in a way that isn't, "Hey, I know everything." I certainly don't know everything. I've made a lot of videos. I create a lot of content on a number of different topics, but I don't know everything and I never will. I'm just, hey, these are the things that I've learned. This is my experience, and I hope it can help you. And if this doesn't align with you, okay, no worries. I'm not for everyone, and that's okay. You're not for everyone either. What I love and I think is really funny about imposter syndrome is that anyone who has ever done anything at one point thought that they were an imposter and just not confident in what they were doing. If you look at Tony Robbins or Brendan Burchard, really anyone, Oprah Winfrey, right? Just the most successful people in the world once thought, "Who am I to be doing this?" And so you're not unique. You're not special in that way, in feeling like, "Oh, I can't do this because." Those are just stories that we're telling ourselves that are meant to hold us back and keep us comfortable and keep us safe, because at the end of the day, that's what we're most afraid of. We're not afraid of getting on camera or getting up in front of a business, or getting up in front of a stage or starting a business. We're afraid that other people are gonna see us fail and what that will look like and what that means about us and the meaning that we give it if we are to fail. But you know what's worse? Somebody who never tries. When it comes to imposter syndrome, we just have to be willing to try and get out. And if you just think about that one person that you can help, that one person, that knowledge and insight that you're gonna tell someone, they're gonna go, "Wow, this was so helpful. Thank you so much." And remove all those fears about worrying about what people are gonna say. It makes showing up in a big way that much easier. If you wanna be successful, if you wanna step out of your comfort zone, you have to get over this fear of imposter syndrome and just embrace it. Just know, hey, everyone goes through this. I'm going through it. This is just the first step in the journey. I know that doing these things is going to help grow me personally, professionally, and it needs to happen. So go out there and make it happen, but you don't have to do it alone. This is Let's Grow Together. My name is Bonitatibus. Thanks for watching.